Good evening, it's meteorologist Michael Fecka. Welcome back to the 9 p.m. all-weather, all-streaming show that we do here every night during the workdays and on weekends. We stream it out to all of our streaming platforms as well as to Facebook Live. So if you are joining us from Facebook Live or YouTube, please feel free to leave us a question or a comment. Hopefully I'll be able to address them as I go through the forecast, but if not, I'll go through at the very end and see if I can answer anything individually for you. But starting it out here with a look at what we're tracking, and I think we're going to focus on what we're having move through tonight. We're tracking out some additional showers and storms, and that'll eventually lead into a drier weekend with some sunshine, and then we're tracking out more rain possible by the time we get into Monday and Tuesday. But let's start off with what we're tracking out tonight. Now, if you were watching earlier in the day, the 2:30 stream or the 4, 5, and 6 o'clock news, we weren't really outlooked for any severe thunderstorms, but some new information came in after those shows got out, and it looks like there is that potential for at least maybe an isolated strong or a severe thunderstorm capable of producing some gusty winds or even some hail. And the best chance of that is going to be mostly 2 hours south, but this marginal risk, this level 1, does include areas like Webster, Hopkins, Muhlenberg, Ohio, and a little bit of McLean County there. But it is just a very isolated risk. I think most of us are just going to see your typical shower and thunderstorm activity, but taking a closer look at our radar right now, we're tracking out just one lone shower now, kind of moving through northern Spencer County. We've got this other storm, or at least heavier shower, that's now beginning to push into White County. That's headed towards Carmi. Not seeing a whole ton of lightning with anything that's happening within the tri-state right now. We've also got another little area of storms off to the southwest, moving through the Paducah area. That seems to have some lightning with it, and all this will kind of be moving generally from west to east. So it's very scattered in nature. Again, not everybody is going to see some showers or storms tonight, but if you do, some of them could be on the stronger side. And here's a look at our future radar here. It does look like we'll continue to see those scattered showers push in, primarily moving in here within the next hour or two, and they kind of kick off to our east by around 2:30 in the morning. And then we'll start to dry out overnight and into tomorrow. We'll hold on to that cloud cover a little bit longer through the first half of the day tomorrow before we finally clear out of it. But here's a look at our temperatures. We're sitting at around 62 degrees here in Evansville, getting a little bit of a light shower. Same thing down in Henderson. 64 in Madisonville seems to be the warm spot on the map, and the cool spot 56 up towards Fairfield. And there's a look at your next 12 hours. Generally after 2 a.m. I think much of the shower or even thunderstorm activity is going to subside, but you'll notice that we hold on to mostly cloudy skies as we get into Saturday morning. Now, if you're headed out this evening or overnight into early tomorrow morning, you may run into, outside of just some showers, also some reduced visibility due to fog. We've had some patchy, dense areas of fog through portions mostly of southern Illinois. Only a half-mile visibility there in Fairfield, 5 miles of visibility here in Evansville, but it is pretty variable across the tri-state. So if you are going to be driving anywhere, use a little bit of caution, especially if you enter a patch of dense fog. But looking at our forecast for tomorrow, we're going to start off mostly cloudy through the morning, and we'll gradually see the cloud cover decrease into the afternoon. Temperatures will be warming up into the upper 50s to right around 60 degrees. So here's a look at the future radar through tomorrow. It's going to be clearing out, or at least the cloud cover is going to be clearing out from north to south. So I think folks north of I-64 getting into some of that sunshine a little bit earlier than the rest, and I think the last people to see that sunshine break out are going to be across our far southern counties in western Kentucky. But I think we'll all see a little bit of the sun right before it sets for the evening, and then we'll stay clear Saturday night and into Sunday, and that will also lead us in to a very beautiful second half of the weekend. There's a look at your weekend forecast. Plenty of sunshine Sunday, topping out in the lower 60s. Now, that dry spell through the weekend doesn't last very long. We are still tracking out more showers as we head into the beginning of the work week. Monday, mostly Monday afternoon and overnight into early Tuesday morning is when this next system is slated to move in. So we'll start off our longer range European model here on Monday. High pressure moving off to our east. That will allow clouds to gradually increase from the west, and from that we'll get some of those showers moving in Monday afternoon and into Monday night. But it's really the overnight hours and into early Tuesday morning that we see the bulk of that rain move through, and then it looks like all of that will push off to our east overnight Tuesday into early Wednesday morning, with a much cooler, drier air mass settling in through the end of next week, just in time for Thanksgiving. So here's a look at our temperature outlook. Temperatures are likely going to remain right around average, at least through the next 8 to 14 days. But here within the shorter term, or at least by the end of next week, we are expected to drop below average, and that does include Thanksgiving. So here's a look at the early Thanksgiving Day forecast. Partly cloudy skies, dry, chilly, 46 degrees for our high. So not too bad to eat a nice warm home-cooked meal. But here's a look at your 7-day forecast, just to kind of wrap it up in a little bit of a bow, doing a quicker stream this evening. But yeah, we're going to be tracking out some of those showers and storms this evening. Again, severe weather isn't necessarily anticipated, but you can't rule out that chance for an isolated strong storm that's capable of producing some hail or even some gusty winds. But again, it's a very isolated risk. I think most of us just see your ordinary shower and thunderstorm activity, and then that'll clear out of here by 2 a.m. and then we'll start to dry out overnight, and that'll lead us into a pretty decent weekend. Temps in the upper 50s to low 60s, mostly dry. More rain Monday into Tuesday, but much cooler and drier by the time we get into Thanksgiving. So that is all I've got for the forecast, but let me go ahead and check out the comments for you. Let me see if I can answer anything. So Suzanne saying good evening to you. William is giving us a nice rain report by Bossy Field. He got a little over 1/3 of an inch in his rain gauge today. Jeanette says good evening, looking forward to some sunshine. Yes, looking forward to that weekend. It's been a very dreary, gloomy week, it has. And Cheyenne also says good evening. William says down by the river, the fog is getting pretty thick. Was just down there by Howell Yard watching the trains. Yes, the fog is getting pretty thick across areas of the tri-state. It's kind of been, patchy all day long. We really haven't cleared out of it. So we probably won't clear out of it until that front finally moves through overnight tonight. So it's likely going to still get a little bit foggy here even within the next couple of hours. And then, of course, some of those showers and storms helping to clear out a little bit of that fog as well. And then it looks like Ricky Brown is saying hello. Hello to you too. But that is all I've got here for the live stream. So I'm going to hop off the live. I'll send you guys over to 14 News at 10 for all the latest news and weather headlines. Until then, everybody, stay safe and have a great rest of your night. And we'll look forward to some sunshine this weekend.